And live, happy Sunday, kings and queens. We're going to talk about Queen Bee, as you can tell by that long ass title. We're going to talk about the baby finally claiming Danny Lay. We're going to talk about Lil Baby cheating on Jada Waiter. There's a whole lot of mess going on. Lord Jesus. First we're gonna get into it. We're gonna talk about Queen Bee and the whole Ivy Park situation. Okay, so if y'all don't know, there are these two Russian Instagram models who were called out for blackfishing. Okay, during an Ivy Park fashion shoot. Okay, so what Ivy Park are doing is they are having influencers, just anybody and their mama, put on their Ivy Park, take pictures, and send them to the Ivy Park, to Beyonce and Ivy Park, and they're going to post it on their Instagram. Now, Beyonce is getting a lot of flack for actually posting these two white Russian models. Okay, Black Twitter and Black Instagram have exploded. Okay, they're calling for Beyonce to take it down. I don't know if she's taken it down yet. They're saying, why are you posting this? They're basically saying you can clearly see these girls aren't black. Beyonce, what you doing? Okay, because Beyonce has been on her black power shit. Okay, the queen has been repping for the community and always has been. Okay. And a little side note, I'm tired of people just saying that Beyonce is just now, owning her blackness. Beyonce had been owning her blackness. Beyonce has never shied away from the fact that she's black. Okay, Beyonce has never shied away from the fact that she's a whole entire black woman. Okay, she's always held the community down throughout the years. Okay, so remember that SNL skit where they were talking about, oh, Beyonce, is now black. They're like, oh my goodness, Beyonce's black? Beyonce's black? Okay, just because a woman sings opera and does it well, I might add, sings rock and roll, and she can sing country. By the way, rock and roll and country were also invented by black people, right? One of the first banjos was discovered in a slave cabin. Yeah, go check that out. But anyways, so people are calling for Beyonce and the Ivy Park team to take these photos down. Okay, I haven't seen anything yet where Beyonce is actually listening and taking these photos down. But I love Queen Bee. I hate to say this, but we need to hit these people where it hurts, and that's their pockets. I hate to say this, but we're gonna have to withdraw support from the Ivy Park brand. If she doesn't take this down, okay, I'm gonna need all my influencers. I'm gonna need all my celebrities to throw your Ivy Park in the trash. Okay, because that's trash that she's not taking these photos down, that she's not taking these videos down, that you can clearly tell that these are white girls in blackface. But the team is not doing anything about it. And I'm just appalled that a foresight like this actually happened. Because normally, there's some foresights that have happened, okay, within the Beyonce brand, but nothing like this. Like, I've never seen anything where there's any types of blackfishing going on within the Beyonce and Ivy Park brand. Like, Beyonce has always made sure that all women have gotten representation. And then what gets me is these girls had the nerve to say, well, black folks are out here using cell phones, basically, using cars, using things that are supposed to be indicative of white culture. Okay, let me tell you something. A cell phone is not part of anybody's culture. A car is not a part of anybody's culture. Okay, electronic devices invented by someone of another race is not part of somebody's culture. Okay, I think these girls have missed the mark entirely when it comes to what cultural appropriation is. Anybody and their mama knows that box braids, Senegalese twists, Bantu knots, okay, are all part of Black culture. I mean, hello, Senegalese twists. And I think one of the girls had Senegalese twists in her hair. Okay? Where do you think that type of style comes from? Senegal. Where's Senegal? In Africa. Somebody get these girls a damn map. Please, somebody get these girls a damn map. I mean, where are the names of these styles actually have the country of origin in Africa where they came from. So don't sit here and say that braids, Bantu knots, okay, which come from the Bantu people, okay, which is a tribe in where? Africa. Okay, somebody needs to give these chicks a history lesson, please, before I do. And if I have to sit down and talk to these girls, best believe somebody's fake dreadlock wig is going to get snatched. Okay, we dragging fake dreadlock wigs today. Okay, we dragging fake Bantu knots today. Okay, because I'm so tired of people trying to act like Black culture is nothing but a trend. Okay, you're not wearing these hairstyles because you actually appreciate Black culture. Okay, or you love Black people. You think it's cute and you just want to wear it. Like everything else. Like a sweater you see at the mall. Oh, that's cute, let me buy that. Or some shoes. Oh, that's cute, let me buy that. Or some jeans. That's cute, let me buy that. Like, our culture is not a pair of jeans. Our culture is not a t-shirt. Okay, that's the thing. And I am so sick and tired of people trying to diminish Black and African culture. It's nothing but a trend. It's nothing but somebody can just put on and take off whenever they feel like it. Okay. And saying that people are acting, one girl even had the audacity to say that we were acting wild, irate over it. That we were just being irate and that we were just bugging for no reason. Why are you sitting there, okay, with your 3A textured hair and your overly tanned face, trying to say it's no big deal? I think somebody needs to give these girls the history of blackface. Can somebody sit these girls, like literally, I want to sit these girls down, okay, and make them watch like the history of blackface. I want to sit them down and make them watch Roots. As punishment for this, somebody should just make them watch Roots on a continuous loop, or a documentary about blackface on a continuous loop as punishment for doing this. And they want to act like blackface doesn't exist. They want to act like for decades Black folks haven't been made fun of. People, like, for decades, people haven't put on curly wigs and painted their face with charcoal paint and painted their lips red and put on raggedy costumes to imitate Black people. And their excuse is, well, we're from Russia, so we don't know any better. No, honey, you don't get a pass because you're from Eastern Europe and you claim to not know any better. Okay? Even Eastern Europeans know the history of America and their racial bias against Black people. So don't try it. And I hope Beyonce takes that shit off her website. If not, I'm going to need all my Black folks to throw away their Ivy Park. I know it's hard. But like I said, we have to hit them where it hurts. Okay? Our ancestors knew that the only way to genuinely make an impact is to hit them where it hurts. We can drag them all day long on social media, and yeah, they gonna see it. But at the end of the day, we still gonna buy that shit. Let's be real. Can we be real for a second? Can we talk some real ish for a second? We know we still gonna buy this stuff as much as we drag them and we call them culture vultures, and we're saying that, oh, they're not standing up for the culture. At the end of the day, we're still going to hate stream and we're gonna go buy their shit. You have to hit them where it hurts. And I've always been a fan of Beyonce since Destiny's Child. But if she's advocating for this shit, I'm sad to say, like, we're gonna have to get all of our Beyonce merchandise and just poof, burn it. Okay, so we're also going to talk about this Trey Songz situation. Okay, Mr. OnlyFans. Okay, we gotta add a new nickname to Trey Songz' list of nicknames. So there's Trigger Trey. What else does he call himself? Okay, so he calls himself Trigger Trey. So we're gonna also have to call him Mr. OnlyFans. Okay, so he calls himself Trigger Trey, Mr. Still Your Girl, and now Mr. OnlyFans. So Mr. OnlyFans decides to have this huge Miss Rona infested concert where nobody's wearing masks, nobody's social distancing. Okay. Now Gagging with Jason Lee dropped the exclusive, okay, about a while ago about Trey Songz and his C19 concert. Okay, and what I mean by a C19 concert, I don't mean by a benefit concert to raise money for research to cure this menace to society. No, I mean a concert where you have a bunch of people in a crowded space with no mask on. Trey ain't even wearing a mask himself. I mean, this is coming from a guy who who allegedly texted Tiana Trump, who's a porn star. And if you don't know who Tiana Trump is, look her up on Pornhub. Okay? And said he want that D sucked no matter if you got corona or not. He said he ready. He said he ready to risk it all for that super head. He said he is ready to risk it all. He said he don't care if he winds up in the hospital with Miss Rona. He told Gianna Trump, bring that ass here, girl. He told Miss Tiana, girl, bring that ass here. All right, but if I was her, I wouldn't go nowhere near him. I wouldn't. When I was younger, I would have loved to meet Trey Songz. But after the rumor that, Selena Powell's friend, okay, so y'all remember the No Jumper interview with Selena Powell and her friend Eliza, where she spills the tea on Trey Songz. Okay, and I think she was the one that let us know Mr. Still Your Girl is also out here known as Mr. Rip Your Anal Cavity. Okay? Trey Songz is out here tearing anal cavities out here. Okay, he's going up in there just like Rambo, just no lube, no nothing, no spit. Okay? He's stretching out anal cavities. He's ripped, like it's some murder scene in there. I'm like, dude, really? I know Storm Monroe broke the story like a while back where I think it was Eliza told everybody, I think she was the girl who Trey did that to. And he would whisper something along the lines of, I told you daddy was going to give it to you in every hole. My goodness. Now, you know that man is probably paying out thousands of dollars for these girls to get their butts sewed back up. You already know Trey Songz is probably making as much money as he used to, given the fact that he's got to pay for these girls to have their buttholes sewn back up. Okay, like you paying for these chicks to have their asses sewn back up. Okay, so obviously, I see why he had the concert because that's a lot of asses you gotta pay to get mended. Okay, Trey Songz is known to bag some groupies. He's okay. I mean, Selena Powell not only told us how Trey Songz gets down. Eliza didn't already told us how Mr. Trigger Trey, Mr. Still Your Girl, Mr. I'ma tear that ass up. Let's call him. That's a good name for Trey Songz now, Mr. I'ma tear that ass up. What?
No, I would have said it when I okay, that's what you want. Yeah, that's what I never seen
More uses. Bye.
Bye.
Editorial on air a few minutes ago. This was a blistering editorial.
Okay, back to what I was saying. Okay, so we're gonna start calling Trey Songz Mr. Tear That Ass Up. Because allegedly, let's go with allegedly, because I ain't got no money for this man to be suing me. Okay, so allegedly, this is what's been happening. Alright. Now speaking of Selena Powell, why do these girls go on Adam 22's podcast? He ain't paying them. This man is pulling a Vlad TV. Only difference is instead of doing this to black rappers, he's doing it to OnlyFans girls and groupies. Like, he pays you no money to go on his platform and expose the likes of Trey Songz, Snoop Dogg, Odell Beckham, but you ain't getting paid for it. See, the whole industry shaded Corinne Steffens, also known as Superhead, for what she did. But it's like, at least she was smart enough to write a book. This chick is going on YouTube platforms spilling all the tea and not getting any type of residuals for it, honey. Okay, if you were asking to be paid to do these interviews, honey, you would never have to do OnlyFans. Okay? Selena, if you listen, girl, I got a way for you to never have to do OnlyFans a day in your life. Okay? First, write a book. Don't write a book because people want to associate her in a book in the same sentence. So, okay, this is what you do. Okay, this is what she needs to do. Ask to be paid for these interviews. Don't be going on No Jumper and all these other podcasts spilling the tea for free. Because allegedly, Adam will either. What is up with not paying people for their interviews? Vlad TV looked at Monique sideways for asking to be paid for her interview and having control over her likeness. That's what a real boss bitch does. A real boss bitch, you interview her, oh, you're going to pay for that shit. They ain't just going to sit with you, sip tea, spill tea, while you reap the benefits of it. And that's what Adam 22 does. Only he does it with porn stars and OnlyFans girls and groupies. Okay, that want to remain relevant. So they'll take their shit to Adam 22 and expose them and expose these rappers for absolutely nothing. And what the funny thing is about that, like the difference between, and people are often wondering why people in the industry don't shun Selena Powell the way they shunned and blackballed Corinne Stephens and why she no longer has a career. It's because Selena's of a different persuasion than Corinne is. And Corinne basically, she played them. They thought that they were playing her. No, she played them. They thought that she was just another chick that was screwing these rappers for some more screen time. And thought, okay, she was going to keep it on the low. Okay, because she wanted to, a career in videos. No, what she did was get that head, get that bread, and she left. Okay, Corinne was pulling on get that head, get that bread, and leave before anybody was making songs about it. That's the OG. People can say what they want about her, but that's the OG. That is the triple OG. Okay. She was doing crap. Y'all praise Kim Kardashian for now. I was like, where do you think she learned that stuff from? From watching Superhead. Where did Selena, the Selena Powells and the Slim Dangers of the world learn this stuff from? She learned it. They learned it from watching your girl, the OG Corinne motherfucking Stephens. Okay, let's get it right. All the shit that y'all shunned her for in the past, y'all are loving these Selena Powell chicks. Y'all loving the Elizas and the Slim Dangers for now. Y'all, and I don't feel bad for these rappers that are getting outed because they keep fucking with Selena Powell. It's like, dude, you know she gonna go right back on Adam 22 talking about she was sucking eggplants and taking Jello shots and passing coochie around and, eating her best friend's box while the rapper was eating her out and all types of shit. Okay? But they keep going after her. And what's funny about that is there was a text Selena had from Trey Songz. Something along the lines of he wanted her to eat his booty like groceries. Like, is it me or that did Tank make it acceptable for guys to be like, look, you want me to eat the groceries? You gotta eat the groceries. Because now guys are more open about backdoor play. They're a little bit more open about, wanting the trombone. I've been seeing this on social media a lot. Guys have been more open about wanting, a little trombone action. And if you don't know what that is, it's when you're eating the groceries while you're stroking the eggplant. Okay, tell me you have not seen those posts on Instagram talking about that. I'm like, guys are really into this nowadays. I mean, they probably were when I was growing up, but nobody was talking about it though. Nobody was posting memes on Instagram or Twitter about it. I was like, y'all dudes is different. Y'all dudes is different. And I'm not saying anything is wrong with that. Okay? Live your life. Do you, boo? Whatever floats your boat. Okay? Whatever gets you to where you want to be. Whatever makes your toes curl. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, we are going to talk about the baby, about Lil Baby. We're going to talk about Lil Baby first. We're going to talk about Lil Baby and Miss London. Ooh, Lil Baby and Miss London. Okay, first of all, I think the reason why he put Jada in his new video with Mulatto is to basically show the world that he's not out here cheating, that he's not out here disrespecting Jada again. Like he loves Jada because they're seeing in Sex Lives. If you haven't seen her, the new mulatto joint with Lil Baby, Sex Lives, you need to check it out. I love it. I think their voices match. I think that collab should have happened a long time ago. Cause they both got that those sultry rap voices. Like Lil Baby's voice, he can turn on the sexy when he wants to. But anyways, so reports came out that he slept with an OnlyFans chick slash prostitute named Miss London. Miss London took to IG and spilt a little tea about a wild night with her and Lil Baby. She said this dude didn't even talk to her when she entered the room. He didn't say nothing. He just pushed her down on the bed and he gave it to her. Ladies, tell me, do you like stuff like that? Like, do you like it when you're a dude or just the dude you fucking with? Y'all in the room, he just looking at you, don't say nothing, just pushes you on the bed, takes off all your clothes, starts kissing and licking everywhere. Like, do y'all like that? Like, I don't know, but she said that Lil Baby didn't say nothing to her. They just got to the business. Okay, she also said that it was the best D she's ever had. And it's the quiet ones. It's the quiet ones that are not always talking about how good their sex game is that have the best sex. They do. It's always the quiet ones. They're the ones that ain't, trying to overcompensate. The ones with the loudest mouths, those are the ones that are usually trying to overcompensate. They're trying to hype it up so that you'll want to sleep with them. And then once you get to the room, well, 9 times out of 10 it doesn't work because you're just like, really? Is this what she was talking about? Because it looks like you got a Vienna sausage in your pants. It looks like a baby hand waving at me. Okay, it looks like, dude, it looks like your pinky. Okay, it doesn't look like you have an extra leg. It looks like a damn pinky. Like, you get to the room, he's talking all this shit to you in your ear, and then you finally get to the bedroom, and you hot and you ready to get what he's telling you he gonna give you, and nothing. He can't figure out shit. It's small as heck, but he has the audacity to be like, oh, am I hurting you? Is this okay? I'm like, dude, are you hurting me? I'm like, is it even in yet? Talking about, are you hurting me? Good Lord. But she said the baby was packing. She said the baby was packing. She basically said there is an ocean liner in that boy's pants. She basically said there is an AK-47 in that boy's pants. Okay, she said that was a foot long in that boy's pants. In his pants. And she said, I'm drunk right now. My publicist just called. And she said I might have fucked up the bag. Because he paid her like $16K. And I'm thinking, yo, publicist. I'm reading that. I'm like, yo, publicist. Like, they got pussy publicists. They got coochie publicists. Like is the coochie that good that you needed a publicist? Like, when do porn stars start having publicists? Like, I never known a porn star with a publicist. Like, have they always had publicists and like assistants? Okay, like, huh? I was highly confused. I was highly confused by that statement. She was like, my publicist just called me. She told me I done fucked up the bag. She's like, I'm probably going to delete this tomorrow. And And here's how we know it was the baby. Okay, she said Jada's probably gonna be pissed. And it's like, dude, you didn't fuck up the bag. Well, in my opinion, she didn't fuck up the bag by mentioning the incident. She fucked up the bag by mentioning Jada. Why you gotta be petty and mention Jada? What do you get out of mentioning Jada's name out your mouth? What do you get out of disrespecting his girlfriend? Nothing. Like, what in the hell do you get out of disrespecting this woman? That was blatant disrespect. I don't care how drunk or high you are. What in the hell do you get out of dragging this woman into y'all's mess? Hey, this is between you and Lil Baby. This ain't got nothing to do with Jada. Okay, Jada's the one that he's posting on social media and putting in music videos. Okay. And people be talking about how this chick looks like Flame Monroe. If y'all know the comedian Flame Monroe, they're saying this chick looks just like her daughter. Looks just like her daughter. And it's like, that right there tells me that it didn't happen. I mean, why would he cheat on Jada with someone that's that strong in the face? Like, I've seen pictures of Miss London, and no offense, but homegirl is really strong in the face. Like, she is strong in the face. Like, that face looks like it could bench press 250. That face looks like it could bench press fucking 250. That face just gives me very much just like stone type of tease. It looks very much like, you know, like the stone face they found, and I think like Peru somewhere. It just gives me very much that. And I don't believe that the little baby would cheat on her, would cheat on Jada with someone that looks like her. Okay. So we're gonna switch from little baby to the baby. Now the baby just now put up a couple of Instagram posts claiming his new boo, Danny Lay. And it's like, dude, we already knew you were dating Danny Lay. We already been known that. This is not news. Danny, we've been known that's your dude. Okay? I'm talking about, oh, you know, the reason why she don't post him on Instagram is because she's with him in real life and blah, blah, blah. If this man truly wanted you, he would have been posting you all over Instagram, just like a face with both of y'all's faces in the picture, and not just an arm, not just you laying on his arm. There have been pictures before where she's just laying on an arm, and it's her and her trying to drop hints like, "Hey, you know, I'm dating the baby." It's like, sis, you've been dropping hints for the longest time that you was with the baby. Okay, like we've been seeing pictures of his watches, his chains. We already know. It's like, are we supposed to be surprised by this? Because his baby mama already had problems with her for him doing the Levi High video. Okay, and the Levi High video really didn't look like anything. It didn't look like they weren't in each other's faces. She wasn't twerking on him. Like, it really wasn't anything. And you had to wonder, like, why, if y'all two are not, well, Allegedly, they were still together at the time. Okay, so if you still with your baby mama, claiming her son, taking family pictures together, then how is it that you're now dating Danny Lay? I don't know. These rappers will have a girlfriend, a baby mama, a side chick, the side chick and girlfriend, the baby mama will be pregnant. The girlfriend's cussing him out on IG. It's a mess. It's a whole mess. Okay, and it's like, girl, you know he was in a situation before you came along. Either that or he was just hiding it. And it didn't look like he was hiding it. This is just giving me Moneybagg Yo and Meg the Stallion vibes. And it is. Because you saw how Meg and Moneybagg were on live together. You know, you saw Moneybagg Yo, holding Frenchie Fell. And they was looking like a whole entire couple together. They were on live together, talking about their fur babies. Okay. For a minute, he was the fur daddy to her fur babies, and it was a whole cute look. And then, like, the whole time, you saw them posted up, taking pics together. But then Meg said, oh, it wasn't fake. It wasn't real. It was just an industry thing. It's giving me that. It's giving me very much industry vibes. They're pushing another collaboration with her non-singing ass. And my whole thing is I like her songs, but if you're gonna push a chick that can't sing, why not push Cassie? And my whole thing is I think Cassie came out at the wrong time. If you don't remember the singer Cassie, she came out during like the mid 2000s. She was signed to Bad Boy, and her voice wasn't the strongest. Like it's not exactly, it's more like a whisper. Danny Lay's voice is louder than a whisper, but you sprinkle some auto-tune on it and it sounds alright. It's like, it's just like funny to me that now the industry is just pushing all of these girls that have little to no vocal talent. When back in the day, they were clowning Cassie for not having any sort of vocal talent. I know some of y'all remember songs like Me and You, Long Way to Go, Rock You with Ryan Leslie. If you don't know who Ryan Leslie is a freaking genius. This man can sing. This man plays the piano. The man produces his own songs. And it's a shame that type of talent is not recognized. So anyways, we've been known that the baby and Danny Lay are together. Honey, this is not news. It's not. And I bet I'll feel stupid for simping over her too. Y'all remember that pic Danny Lay posted of her in that white bikini? Talking about she's wifey goals. She's chill. She's jiggy. What else did she say? She said she's non-problematic. She's a woman of God. Now, I believe you can still be a woman of God and rock a bikini. Okay, and I'm like, hear me out on this one. I still think you could be a woman of God and rock a two-piece, but but rock a two-piece that actually covers your ass. Hey, these two pieces are hardly covering anything these days. It's like you at a beach, just chilling around. Okay, like these bikinis nowadays, some people look like bikinis. They more look like underwear to me. It's just what do you two want? Okay, now you actually want something.
Well, at UCLA, the office is guarded. They don't want to reveal too much, but they say next day or so before these vaccines arrive. And that means shots in the arm from the beginning of 11.
It won't come down by itself like
Grandma, come on.
Why is that?
Come on.
Wednesday. Very, very careful.
Grandma, come on.
Okay, where's your hand?
Here.
Here. Okay, Denise, I'm hanging up on one bathroom.
And emergency room workers, those
Oh, hold on, child.
I'm holding.
Give me your other arm, baby.
COVID-19
Give me your other arm.
Dr. Charity here at UCLA also dealing with the daunting staff of this explosion of COVID-19.
Now, am I walking in the cover? Oh, yes, I am.
Here at UCLA, 101 COVID-19 patients.
Bring your back up here. That's really,
His employees.
and also the rail, right?
No, Grandma.
The rail here?
Grandma, that's right.
Oh, shit. Oh, you don't never look out, do you?
That are COVID-19 as well. We're doing other things that we need to do to keep our healthcare workers safe, including standing up a vaccination program. We'll have the staff in place. This is before
And UCLA is a critical distribution hub. It has 7 freezers, 1 million capacity for.
Yeah, so we're gonna finish our show here in my kitchen, okay? So like I said, so we are going to talk about Real Housewives of Atlanta. Are y'all watching the Real Housewives of Atlanta anymore? Does anybody care? Because personally, the only storyline Cynthia has is she's now married to somebody else that's not Peter. Let's see. Candy's got her whole sex toy line and like her whole little like dungeon parties that she does, and what else? Let's see. What happened? Let's see. Nini's no longer on the show, so who's gonna be there to read the girls down? Who's gonna be there to take the place of Nini in terms of reading the girls down, like giving us good shade? Let's be honest, the only reason why we tune into Real Housewives of Atlanta is for the shade, the drama and the shade. Okay, and I want them to address this whole Strippergate thing. Strippergate's the only interesting thing that's happening on Real Housewives. Let's keep it a buck. Strippergate is the only interesting thing that's going to be happening this season. Nothing else. I know they're covering C-19 and how the world has changed because of the virus. But other than that, that's the only things is C-19 and Strippergate. Yeah, that's it. And the girl Tanya, she says she ain't really talking about it. Portia, all she said, look, we had some fun, you know. Yeah, we got a little loose. But that was it. I want to know what happened that night. I want to know the full tea. And Tanya is too embarrassed to talk about it. And I think Tanya left the show because of Strippergate. And the only other person that was there at the bachelorette party was Marlo. So I want Marlo to tell as much as she knows about Strippergate. What really happened? Okay? Because the stripper ain't talking either. It's like, dude, it's not like you work for Bravo. Tell something. All he said was, oh, I'm appalled, and stuff about his stripper career. And it's like, dude, you're a stripper. You know shit goes down. As a stripper, sometimes shit goes down. I want to know. Don't y'all want to know what happened? I'm trying to figure it out. And it's already been, and it's not allegedly. It's not allegedly that's why Hannah left the show. And I'm just hoping Drew can make this interesting. Okay, if y'all don't know who Drew Sidora is, Drew Sidora was on the show The Game. Okay, she played herself, and basically her and Derwin Davis had a little affair. And good boy Derwin cheats on Melanie. Okay, I guess that's the only way they could figure out how to spice up Derwin's boring ass character as make him cheat on Melanie. I guess their relationship was a little too vanilla, so let's spice it up by him cheating on med school, aka Melanie, aka girl Melanie. I would have spiced it up with I don't know, a kid Melanie and Tasha kissing. I don't know. Melanie and Tasha kissing or something like that. I don't know. I don't know. But him cheating on her, why do you gotta spice up his character by her cheating on him? Why can't they just spice his character up by getting him to try weed for the first time? Or something. Get the boy to pop some Molly for the first time. That would have been spicing up. Why you gotta cheat on Melanie though? That broke my heart when they broke up. Yeah? But so, and also a YouTuber by the name of Latanya Forever that's supposed to be on there too. I don't know much about her, so I'm going to watch her YouTube channel again because there's not a lot of YouTubers I actually watch. I love the Mademoiselle. I love Ayami Aloho. I just got into T Noir. I think she's pretty amazing. I should go check her channel out. Definitely go check out the Mademoiselle too. And I'm Aloho. I used to watch a lot of Everybody Hates Angel until they terminated his channel. Do you know who I want to make a channel on YouTube? I want Chris Brown to make a channel. Who's here for a Chris Brown channel on YouTube? If he already doesn't have one. I would love to see a Chris Brown channel on YouTube. I would love to see what it looks like. Him traveling the world, his life as a dad, his life in the studio, like a mini YouTube documentary almost. Just like a vlog on an epic scale. Coming.
Is this my drink on your head?
Yes.
Why is it on your head?
It's real meat and
Take
veggies.
care of that bad again.
Freshly made, developed with vets, delivered right to your door.
If it ain't for you,
That's why
Ted,
dog lovers are choosing the farmer's
you won't
dog.
give it to me.
A smarter,
Only if
healthier
it's for you.
delivered. Visit tryfarmersdog.com and get 50%
What am I
off your first
stepping
box of food. Your prescription comes to $72 and
That's larceny.
Something must be done.
Now put that back on your head.
I'm trying to help you. Hold on.
What is it?
Your drink.
A second?
No, hold on.
Why would you put it on the
Move your foot. Move your foot. You're
You're
not stepping on it, grandmother.
Essentially, I mentioned that you could save up to 80% with single care.
know about this?
I didn't want to ever follow the West Wing.
Take 10 seconds to lower the cost of your prescriptions.
No, it didn't.
I always thought it was me, that I was the reason all these diets never worked.
This is genuinely not a temporary fix. There's some serious psychology behind it.
I've been on Noom for 4 months now. I've lost 27 pounds, and I feel like I got my life back.
Visit Noom.com and lose the weight for good.
I'm busy right now. I'm busy. Okay, so like I said, I would really love to see Chris Brown create his own channel. I think it would be like no other YouTube channel that we have ever seen before. It would be huge. Not that he already has one. I don't know. Does Chris Brown already have a YouTube channel? I just haven't seen it. Okay, it also needs, I know a lot of people are bugging about celebrities coming to YouTube. YouTubers are the new celebrities. Okay? People want people that they can like relate to. Okay? Like the so-called relatable YouTubers are now becoming less relatable and kind of moving on to bigger things. Of course, you saw them trying to hide their success to remain relatable because that's part of their brand. Okay, without that relatability brand, what else do they have? Like the Emma Chamberlains and all the other relatable YouTube girls, it's like you saw her kind of hiding her success because she was afraid of losing that relatability, because that's basically all of what her brand is. Like other people I would love to see have a channel would be who? Jennifer Hudson. I think Jennifer would have a nice channel. Be like very like down to earth, very sweet. I love her personality and I love her voice. What other people would have a good channel? There's a lot of people that would have good channels that are celebrities. It's like I said, so YouTubers are the new celebrities. You know, because it's like you want to see somebody that you can truly connect with. And I'm not saying that you can't connect with a celebrity, but let's face it, most of us YouTubers are more like you than they are. You know, a lot of us have regular lives, we have regular jobs, we have families, a lot of us have kids, you know, just that peek into like a true everyday life. It's like TLC. It's like TLC for the internet. Yeah. Well, we will also talk about this alleged beef between Storm Monroe and Tasha K. This all started when Tasha K posted an Instagram post saying that she's no longer mentoring Storm Monroe. Storm Monroe then went on his show and clarified the whole thing, saying that he has a contract, that he's with Tasha K under contract, and that, that she's no longer mentoring him, but she's kind of, I don't even know what type of contract this is. Like she's not mentoring him. So what is she, like an executive producer for his show? Is she a producer for his show? Like, what is it? Like he's not spilling the entire tea about the contract. And Black YouTube is buzzing about it. I was watching the Nosy Host show, and besides calling him Stormisha, among other things, apparently Storm doxed Armand Wiggins' information, which I did not know. I love Storm Monroe. I love his show. But a lot of people ain't feeling it. A lot of people ain't feeling the whole belt snapping thing because it's just triggering a lot of memories of running from the belt, of hiding in the bed from the belt, of begging your parents not to use the belt. And I get it. I get it. The whole belt snapping thing can be a little bit triggering, and I don't understand why he doesn't understand how that type of thing could be triggering for Black people, for anybody, but especially for Black people. Black and brown people, we know, cousins who have told us about getting whooped with the belt. Okay, we've known friends that have told us about, getting in trouble and their parents tearing into them literally. So for him to be sitting there and snapping that belt and Black women going nuts over it, I was like, y'all are weird. Y'all are weird. I love his whole celebrity gossip, Dr. Storm, angle. I love that. Nobody else is doing the celebrity doctor. Nobody else. And the reason, and Tasha K, I like Tasha K's show too, despite what people say about her. I think she's pretty cool. But nonetheless, I want to know what's happening. I want to know what's going on. What type of contract this man is under, because he's saying, okay, I'm no longer being mentored by this woman, but I'm under contract with her. Okay, if it's no big deal as to what type of contract this is, why do you feel the need to keep it under wraps? Why do you feel the need to not to fully talk about what the terms and agreements of this contract are? If it's just no big deal, Tasha's got you under some type of contract. But doxing somebody else's information isn't cool. The fact that I don't like Armand Wiggins, but someone putting his information out there that could potentially hurt him and his family, that's a no-go for me. And that's no. I've watched Armand's show a couple of times, but he doesn't like Black women. Let's keep it real. He doesn't like Black women. For him to say, calling Tasha K a monkey was no big deal, it's it is a big deal. Because it's where statements like that come from. And you can't just sit there and expect people to allow you to live in your ignorance and say, well, I didn't call her a monkey because I hate Black women. I called her a monkey because, well, she looks like one. It's dude, really? Is that supposed to be you apologizing for calling Tasha K a monkey? Because I didn't hear the apology part. And what is up with his obsession with her? Almost every video I've seen of this man, it's about the whole Tasha K and Cardi B situation. Allegedly, she's losing her house. Allegedly, her husband's cheating. And it's really? It's why do people have to make up stories about people's marriages and people's families? Why y'all gotta go there? Why do these people have to go there when it comes to people's marriages and people's families? It's why can't you just drag them about their hairline and the clothes they wear? Why can't they just stop it? Dragging this woman about her hairline, dragging this woman about her clothes. They gotta drag her about her marriage. and her children. Like, that's disgusting. Why you gotta bring up somebody's kid? Like, when you beefing with them, leave the kids out of it. The kids ain't done nothing to you. And for Armand and for other people to bring her kids into this, that's disgusting. Like, leave the babies alone. Let them be in peace. Like, they didn't ask to be in your YouTube drama. But you have people that have no cut cards and will do anything for likes and for views, to the point where they will talk about somebody else's kids. Like, there's got to be boundaries somewhere. Like, no matter how mad you are at somebody, leave the babies out of it. It's just sad that when somebody goes low, they got to go lower. It's like, okay, we're going to attack the marriage, we're going to attack the babies, we're going to attack mama, big mama, the aunties, the cousins. It's just like, we're going to go in. And it's like, for what? Like, they shouldn't even attack somebody's sexuality. I mean, a lot of these people who are attacking Storm Monroe's sexuality should know how that feels, because they've had their sexuality probably attacked one time or another. Like, I watched a live video where people were just like, oh, come, let it out, Stormisha. Let it out, Stormisha. Set yourself free. And it's just like, because he's the only straight man that does this, that is in the gossip side of YouTube, that's gotta mean he's gay. Like, how close-minded can you be to assume somebody's sexuality just because he's the only straight man, the only straight woman that does something? Oh, if you part of the gossip side of YouTube, you gotta be gay. Because all the biggest, gossip YouTubers who are male are gay. Okay, you got Armand Wiggins, you got Rich Lux. Okay, you have bisexual male YouTubers who do gossip and commentary, like Luke Alexander. But you want to label this man as part of the LGBTQIA plus community because he's a gossip blogger. Like, don't be mad. And I love his attitude and like the way he attacks things, like the way he looks at things. Like, he's very secure within himself. I love people that are very secure within themselves. Okay? Storm is very secure in who he is as a man, and they can't take that shit. All right, so and it's like, okay, so we're gonna talk about this whole Dr. Dre and his divorce situation, and how people just love to bring up Black male entertainers who are in interracial relationships, who have children but before they became famous, they had Black kids and a Black wife, but they don't talk to those Black kids, they don't claim those Black kids, they don't talk to the Black ex-wife, they have never tried to see the Black children at all, and they try to paint all Black men in the industry like this. Okay, you have a majority of the Black men in the industry that are like this, but not all of them were like this. See, why don't we talk about fathers like Diddy? Why aren't we celebrating Black fathers like Diddy who have 3 gorgeous Black daughters whom he loves and he cares for dearly? Okay? He loves Delilah. He loves Jesse. He loves, what's the other child? Him, I forgot the kid's name. But he loves those babies. Okay? He loves those children. Okay? You don't treat them children no different. And the thing is, Diddy has one lighter skinned child, and that's his stepson, Quincy. And I love the way he treats Quincy. I love the way he treats Quincy even after his mom's gone. I love that sonly bond, that father-son bond that he truly has with that boy. I love to see it. He didn't start acting different towards him once Kim died. Like once Kim Porter died, you didn't see Diddy acting differently towards Quincy. He treated Quincy just like all his other children. It's like by the way he loves that boy, you can't tell him different about that child. And I absolutely love it. Let's celebrate fathers like that. Let's give a round of applause for fathers like Diddy. Okay, you can say the man is a garbage businessman, and he is, but you can't say the man is a garbage father. He loves all his kids. Whether they're black, white, blue, green, whatever. But fathers like him don't get that type of recognition. No, they'd rather talk about his slimy and dirty business practices. They don't give this man props for being a great father. Okay, you never. But no, people rather talk about fathers like Dr. Dre. Dr. Dre had a whole entire family with a black woman before he married Nicole Young. And according to one of his daughters, Nicole would not let them anywhere near the house. And his father was okay with it. He didn't say nothing to her. He didn't say, those are my kids. And if you love me, you'll accept them too. Which is what all parents should say when they're entering in a relationship with somebody new. Be like, look, I'm a parent. I love my kids. My kids are a part of who I am. And if you can't accept me, if you can't accept my babies, then you can't accept me. But you got people that are willing to throw their kids away for a whole new relationship. And that is so fucking sad. My heart goes out to his daughter, his oldest daughter that he had before Nicole. I know it's heartbreaking to watch this man parade his daughter that he has with his new wife all over social media. I know it's got to be hard to have him flash his biracial children in her face. And she says all she ever wants is a relationship with her dad. She says she ain't looking for money. She ain't looking for clout. She just wants her dad. She said her grandkids want to see their grandfather. And she says she plays his music all the time. And they ask about her granddaddy. They ask about their granddaddy. Like, well, when can we see grandpa? When can we see grandpa? And she can't give him an answer. And I feel for her. And Dr. Dre just looks like the type of man that all he cares about is money anyways. And I'm not saying this just because like his newer children are biracial. I'm saying this because I know I'm not saying that she feels bad because he went off and he had mixed kids. No, I'm saying that this woman feels bad because this man could never be a father to her, but all of a sudden wants to be a father to his youngest children. And I feel so bad. And my heart just goes out to kids that have experienced this, to kids whose fathers were never interested in being in their life, all because they didn't really get along with the mom too well, and then will go off and start a new family and will be there for the other kids and will help raise the other kids. And it's as if you didn't exist. And then you start to feel like, why wasn't I good enough for him to stick around? He's sticking around for them, but he never stuck around for me. And then that causes animosity amongst the kids. And I hope that doesn't happen. Like, I hope Dr. Dre and Nicole Young's kids will reach out to their older siblings. I hope they'll care enough to reach out to their older siblings. And I hope and pray to God that this man did not poison their older sibling, poison them against their older siblings. I hope they don't. And if she doesn't obtain a relationship with her dad, that she can at least have a relationship with her sisters and her brothers. Because it's just sad that even though you don't deal with the mom, that you're keeping these kids apart. Anyways, shout out to the dads like Diddy. Shout out to the dads like Diddy who love their children, no matter what shape they are, or no matter whose mama, what woman they came from. Hey, be going. Give a hand clap for Diddy and being an amazing father. Because that's what you're supposed to do. Well, like I said, this man does not get enough credit for being the amazing dad that he is, and he should. Okay? There should be a YouTube channel that celebrates dads. That celebrates Black dads, because Black dads don't get enough credit. Okay? They don't get enough credit. And whenever people see, Black fathers being married to Black women and raising their Black children, they always say, well, that's one instance. There's plenty of instances of that, but they're not being posted. But they're not being shown on bigger platforms. Because you have these platforms who want to push this agenda that Black fathers don't care about their Black kids. And that's not right. Okay, you got plenty of Black men that care about their children. And the fact that you have women who have whole entire platforms devoted to tearing down Black men is disgusting to me. Just because you had a few bad experiences with some brothers here and there, don't blame all Black men for that. Don't blame all Black men for the fact that you chose to date the brother who thought he should get him some just for taking you out for a burger and some French fries. Okay, don't blame all Black men for the fact that you chose to date the brother who classifies taking you out on a date as taking you to his friend house. Don't blame all Black men for the fact that you chose to have a baby by a man who didn't show or tell you that you were good enough to marry, but instead asked you to be a baby mama. He didn't ask you to be a wife. He asked you to be his baby mama. Okay, a wife and a baby mama are not the same thing. It's not. It's apples and it's oranges. Don't blame all Black men for the fact that you decided to date a man who gets mad and if you don't think that being his baby mama is the greatest thing since sliced bread. Okay, and that's my little rant for this evening, because I just can't. And speaking of blackness, black pride, black power, and everything black, okay, Black History Month is coming up in February, but guess what? We're going to celebrate Black History Month right now, okay? And guess what? We're going to talk about the amazing contribution Black folks have made to this country. Let's see. I think the stop sign was invented by a Black person. What else was invented by Black people? The hot comb by Madam C.J. Walker. Yes. Okay, Miss Madam C.J. Walker made it possible for us to have versatile hairstyles. If you want to wear your hair straight, you want to wear it curly, do any way you want to express yourself. Okay, the peanut butter. We all love peanut butter. Was invented by George Washington Carver. Let's see what else. Makeup. Let's talk about that. Makeup was invented by the Egyptians. You want to go further back with that one. So all of those who want to talk about how using Black styles is not cultural appropriation, well, Black folks, we can easily say that you use it if you're the type of girl that likes to wear a fresh beat down, okay? Then you're using an invention that was invented by Black people. And that's makeup. Without the invention, if the Egyptians didn't invent makeup, they would never have something to give you that glow. Okay, so we're going to talk about, because I'm so tired of people talking about how when Black people use or the Little Mermaid. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about how folks thought the Little Mermaid was cultural appropriation. Yet Hollywood can make ancient Egyptian gods and goddesses white. Make that make sense. I mean, has anybody seen that horrible ass movie, The Gods of Egypt? And how there was only one Black person in that movie? And I think Chadwick Boseman. Rest in peace to Chadwick. Wakanda Forever was in that movie. Yeah, but people want to complain about The Little Mermaid. Speaking of Chadwick Boseman, oh my goodness, we are going to talk about a possible Black Panther sequel, which I don't even know why we're having this discussion, seeing as the only person that should ever play Black Panther has now passed away. And I get Hollywood wants to continue the franchise, but in my mind, there's no other actor you can get to play Black Panther. You can't. There's no other person that embodies the regalness of Black Panther than Chadwick Boseman. Like, he embodied everything that it takes to be an African king. That man was an African king in real life. So to get anybody else to play Black Panther is an insult. And if Stan Lee was alive today, he would agree. To get anybody else to play Black Panther but Chadwick Boseman would be an insult. And I don't know why Ryan Coogler, the director of Black Panther, isn't speaking out about this. How are you not saying anything about this? It's like, I understand you want to keep your job, but Chadwick was your friend. You can say that Chadwick was his, Ryan Coogler was his boss. Chadwick was an actor. They had a close-knit relationship, and you can tell because Chadwick had such a big hand in the production of Black Panther. This man wasn't just a lead actor. He was an acting coach. Okay, that's why a lot of the performances. Oh my God. And that's one of the many reasons why the performances that you saw by M'Baku, by the head of the Dora Milaje, were so great. Because he took the time to work with and encourage his fellow actors. Chadwick Boseman was a man's man. He was every actor's actor. And it's like, whoever they get to play Black Panther has got some tall shoes to fill. They will never fill those shoes. It's like they're playing with fire by having someone play Black Panther other than Chadwick Boseman. Because trust and believe, they're not going to get the numbers that they had the first time around. That man was born to play Black Panther. He was born to wear the suit. He was born to be King T'Challa. Okay? That wasn't his blood. That was that man's destiny. Okay? That role was destined for him to play that. Okay? God saw fit for that man to put that suit on. I'll tell you what. Chadwick Boseman was God's gift to mankind. And to put anybody else in that suit would be just not just a disrespect to the character of Black Panther, but just a disrespect to those that love not only but the character, but the people that love the man. Okay? Like I said, I've never met Chadwick Boseman a day in my life, but you can feel that man's presence through your TV screen, through your movie screen. He was that powerful. Okay, that man was the embodiment of Black excellence. That man was the embodiment of what it meant to carry yourself as a king. He didn't constantly have to boast and to brag and be like, I am a king. I am a king. No, you saw that man walk into a room. It was like Black royalty. He was our king. The man embodied everything. Every character that he played, every character that this man played, he took on their essence. He took on the essence of James Brown. He took on the essence of Jackie Robinson when he was in 42. Okay, like this, to call him the man, the myth, and the legend is an understatement. Like when when I saw him at the Met Gala that year, in the suit that he was wearing, it just looked like a king that was coming. He was coming to the ball. and he brought his queen. It was giving me very much African courts, and I was living for it. It was like Black royalty had arrived when Chadwick Boseman came to that Met Gala. And the only person that would be that I think the fans would even close to being accepting of putting that suit on would be Shuri. They put anybody else in that suit that isn't Shuri, it wouldn't make sense. Shuri's next in line, so it would make sense to put her in the Black Panther suit. Okay? But you know Hollywood, they like to do shit that don't make a damn bit of sense. They do. Like, a lot of movies have tanked because the reason why a lot of sequels have tanked because they do shit that doesn't make sense. And they deviate so far from the storyline that it just becomes an erratic, cheesy mess. The only franchise I know that deviated from the storyline and was still a hit was Fast and the Furious. Fast and the Furious is all over the place. Okay? At me if you want to, I want all the smoke. Fast and the Furious is all over the place. I love the movie. I love the franchise ever since it first came out, but it just, as time went on, the stories became more crazier and crazier until there just wasn't a storyline at all. And it was just nothing but a bunch of car explosions. And the acting was horrible. I mean, the acting was horrible from the beginning. Action movies are not known for their acting. Okay, cast people who are the best looking and the best in shape for these movies. They don't really care so much about the acting. I mean, one action movie that hasn't had any cheesy acting. But anyways, if they screw up this sequel to Black Panther, the fans are going to be livid. The fans are going to be livid. Like, I never paid attention. I'm going to be honest. I never paid that much attention to superhero movies until Black Panther. Like, it just, maybe because I didn't see myself being represented in those movies. But when I've never seen the movie Black Panther before. I want to see, but I saw the trailers. The trailers were magnificent. They did the character justice. They did Chadwick Boseman justice. That man was, like I said, he was T'Challa on and off the screen. There was no difference to me. I mean, people probably called him T'Challa everywhere he went. I can only imagine everywhere that man went, people probably called him T'Challa. Every single time, every single street that he walked, him and his beautiful wife, they probably like, Wakanda forever. And he didn't seem like the type that would get tired by it. He just seemed like the type that would be just tickled by it. He probably just laughed. I imagine him laughing, just smiling, that big effervescent smile of his every time a little kid came up to him and said, Wakanda forever. Or even an adult coming up to him and saying, Wakanda forever. Like, that to me just seems like the type of person that he was. Like, when you hear from the people that have worked with him that who he is isn't an act, that a lot of times publicists will orchestrate an image. Okay, a lot of times you see actors with that bad boy image that bad girl image, it's all orchestrated by their publicist. That's how fake Hollywood is. Okay, I'm gonna tell you just how fake Hollywood really is, okay? A lot of the way these people act are orchestrated by their publicists because it gets attention. Sometimes they'll orchestrate bad press just so they can get the attention of like a movie executive or a record agent or a record executive. A lot of these people you see get cast in these movies, like sometimes like as the villain or the villains in real life. Okay? They'll be like, let's show them how perfect you are at playing the role of a villain. We're gonna turn you into America's villain. Okay, we're gonna make you seem like the bad guy. Okay, you're gonna be mean to fans. You're going to, attack paparazzi. You're gonna do all this crazy stuff, and the studio is gonna love it. Next thing you know, bam, they're in a movie. It's how Hollywood works. Nowadays, Hollywood, they're coming to YouTube. Why do you think so many people are starting a channel? Hollywood is coming to YouTube now. Okay, they're no longer. Well, they are looking for people at casting calls, but they're using YouTube as a casting call. And you wonder why all these pretty TikTokers and pretty YouTubers wind up in a movie. Speaking of Hollywood using YouTube as a casting call, Addison Rae. Well, speaking of Hollywood using TikTok for casting calls, Addison Rae, aka Kourtney Kardashian's BFF, which by the way I think is weird because she's in her 40s, is being casted in the 90s teen film She's All That. Yeah. The girl ain't never talked about acting a day in her life. I mean, I've never seen her TikTok videos, but I never seen her TikTok videos, but I can only guess you ain't never seen that girl acting on a TikTok video. Bet you have never seen that girl not once act out a TikTok, the acting in her TikTok videos. I want the Addison Rae fans to let me know, have you ever seen this girl do a TikTok where she is performing a monologue? Okay, have you ever seen one before? It's just weird to me that these people who have never expressed interest in acting before wind up in movies. The comment section of E! News was not here for it. Okay, I've seen the movie before. It's not really my cup of tea, but my opinion, don't mess with perfection. Like, what is up with these remakes? Is Hollywood running out of ideas? Like, every single time we turn around, there's a remake of something. There's a remake of, there's a reboot of Saved by the Bell. There's a reboot of Full House. There's a reboot. It's like Hollywood is running out of ideas. And you can tell the girls in Hollywood are running out of ideas, and it's sad. You can tell the writers are running out of ideas when you just see a flood of reboots from the 80s and the 90s. I can see a couple of them here and there, but a whole entire season of nothing but reboots? Come on, it's a little bit weird to me. Like, y'all can't come up with something original? Nothing. And a different world. They're rebuilding a different world. It's like, y'all can just leave it alone and come up with something else? I understand you want the kids nowadays to see how great the 80s and the 90s were, but can't they just watch the syndicated versions of this stuff? Why you gotta mess with classics like this? Let these kids watch the syndicated versions of The Fresh Prince, Full House, what else? Saved by the Bell, I know TBS used to show reruns of Saved by the Bell all the time. Let the kids watch those. Okay? Okay, I don't understand. I understand Kelly Berkeley, the chick that played not Kelly Kapowski, but the other one on Saved by the Bell. I understand Homegirl needs a job. I understand Hollywood is not checking for her after she played in that little stripper movie. Okay? I understand Tiffany Amber Thiessen needs a damn job. Okay? Because her ass is stuck in Lifetime. It's stuck in Lifetime land. Okay? And we all know that's where careers go to die. Okay? You do a Lifetime movie, that's where your career goes to die. Okay? That's why when I saw Kelly Rowland doing a Lifetime movie, I was like, sis, no. No, that is where careers go to die. That is the last stop before your career goes into obscurity. Do not do a Lifetime movie. Don't do it, sis. Don't do it. But she did. She's doing some cute little Lifetime movie. And you know, Lifetime is trying to give us diversity. Okay, because we all know Lifetime. You know, all their teen-centered movies happen to be set in a town where ain't no black folk, ain't no brown folk, ain't no Asian folk. Like, you really gonna tell me there's towns where there's no black people? You really gonna tell me there's no towns with not one black person? You really gonna tell me that there's no towns with at least one Asian or one Hispanic? Like Lifetime, you really gonna feed me that bullshit? I swear they be trying it sometimes. Okay, so we're gonna talk about this whole Lil B situation, and I wanted to give my thoughts on that. If y'all don't know, Lil B, aka Brandy Boyd, was on the Love and Hip Hop show. Okay, and she was on the season with Jason Lee and Nikki Baby and Moniece Slaughter, the queen, honey, Moniece Slaughter. In my opinion, Love and Hip Hop Hollywood ain't nothing without Moniece Slaughter. Love and Hip Hop Hollywood is not nothing without Moniece Slaughter reading the girls. Okay, I needed more episodes where it was just about Moniece. I needed a full first season where the scenes are nothing but about Moniece. Okay, she was the only interesting person on that show. Okay. Well, the second interesting person on the show was Brandy. Okay, Lil B's crazy antics were funny to me. Like the episode. If you've seen the episode where Lil B busts into the studio session and she sees Becky's, she sees thoughts, and Homegirl ain't having it. Her little ass was about to beat up everybody in the damn room. Okay, so let me rewind. Okay. So Lil B tries to call Max. Okay, Max ain't picking up the phone. Brandy calls up her girl, Miss Nikki Baby. Calls up her girl, Miss Nikki Baby, is like, yo, Nikki, we got a problem. Tell him we got a problem. Max ain't picking up the phone. She finds Max's ring. Okay, and we should have known there were problems when Max just kept forgetting his ring. Like, the man just repeatedly kept forgetting the ring. Constantly leaving the ring at the house. She's seeing the baby on the floor playing with the ring. I was like, honey, that should be a sign to you that this man does not care about your marriage as much as you do. This man got you going crazy, looking crazy, fighting him over Becky's. Okay? And that's, when she was talking about Becky's, she was talking about thoughts. Okay? So she calls up Miss Nikki Baby. They get on their little I'm about to beat a bitch up gear. You know what you wear when you about to go beat a bitch up? You put your Timbs on, you put your jeans on, put your hair back in a bun, you put your Vaseline on, you call up your homegirl and say, let's ride out. So they run down on Max. Okay, they go to the studio, they pretend like they're delivering pizza. The guy at the door lets them in. Brandy B, or immediately when they get into the studio, okay, Nikki Baby pretends to be the pizza girl. The pimp pretends to be, the pizza delivery girl once again. They cover the little peephole. Okay, so Nikki's covering up the peephole, and she's like, pizza delivery, and Max opens the door. Brandy B rushes in, starts yelling and screaming, talking about, who's that bitch with her arm on you? Who's that bitch? Why you forgot your ring at home, Max? Why you forgot your ring at home? Who that bitch with her arm on you? Who's that bitch? Max, why you keep forgetting your ring at home? Max! It's like, sweetie, that's red flag number one, that he does not give a shit about your marriage because he keeps leaving your ring at home. That's when I would have gotten a divorce. Okay? You want to forget we're married. Okay, let's forget about being married and you sign these papers. I'm going to take the baby and I'm going to be out. But my whole thing is, I think he had her looking crazy like that. So if they do get a divorce, he gets the kid. Because I'm pretty sure every family court judge in LA has seen her hopping on cars. Okay, if you haven't seen it, go watch it on the Love and Hip Hop channel on VH1. Watch the episode where homegirl was running down on Maxson Studios, hopping on cars to keep him from leaving, like just doing a whole bunch of erratic shit. Okay? And here's a little bit of more of a backstory on Brandy. Brandy is the cousin of, she's, I think Brandy and Ray J's play cousin or something like that, but she's Whitney Houston's goddaughter. And every single episode, she mentions that she is the goddaughter of Miss Whitney Houston. When we first saw Brandy B, she's like, I am Little B. I am Little B. I am the goddaughter of Whitney Houston. Almost every episode, she's just like, I am the goddaughter of Miss Whitney Houston. Okay, I am Miss Whitney Houston's goddaughter, honey. Okay, but Randy and Ray J are my play cousins. I know you're not trying to talk to me like that, but Randy and Ray J are my play cousins. Miss Whitney Houston is my godmother. I know you're not trying to play with me like that because my godmother is Miss Whitney Houston. My play cousins are Brandy and Ray J. Just giving me very much just famous by association. Like, she's famous because she hangs around a lot of famous people. Okay, she's not really famous for anything on her own. So that's why they put her on Love and Hip Hop. Like, my whole thing is Ray J probably called up Mona and like, look, I got a friend, she's my play cousin, she's real funny, she's in a rap group, with this great rapper named Millie Moto. I think she'll be great for the show. In other words, she crazy as hell. Okay, and it's going to add some more spice to the show. And it did. So fast forward to this whole incident on Instagram where my heart just broke. Like, you can clearly see on Love and Hip Hop Hollywood that they were going through some things within their marriage. But I never thought she was getting hands put on her. And she was like, and she came out with a live video, like a couple of days after, showing us that she was okay. She's like, here, I have no bruises on my face. I have no bruises on my body. And it's like, girl, this man could have kicked you. He could have punched you in your ribs so that you don't see bruises. Like if she lifted up her shirt, there would probably have been bruises. Okay? This man is not stupid. He's not going to bruise your face. Okay? He's going to make damn sure that you can wear the shit that you usually wear. And if you're not the type of chick to show your stomach and all that stuff, he's just going to hit you here. Okay? And you bet any money, type of money, that's where the bruises are. The bruises are probably here, like all on the abdomen area. Like you can bet a couple of times he's pushed her, he's kicked her. Okay, in her times, he's probably kicked her in her ribs. He's probably hit her in her back. Okay. And there probably were bruises on her body, but she was probably covering them up with makeup. But the majority of the bruises were probably along her ribcage. So to say that this man didn't put hands on you, honey, we heard. We heard him say, and it's like, honey, even if there aren't bruises on you, we heard you say, you're not going to hit me again. Which means he's done it before. He might not have hit you that time, because he probably saw that you were on live, and be like, oh shit, somebody's going to report this to the cops. You're damn right. He's probably like, it's like, honey, we heard you screaming, you're not going to hit me again. You're not going to hit me again. Okay? Which means he's abused you before. And that's no excuse. She basically just sat there and said, well, look, he ain't hit me today. And I'm not making fun of it. And I would never make fun of domestic violence. But her to just be sitting there and be like, well, he didn't hit me today. I don't know what y'all are complaining about. I don't know what you're talking about. That's basically what she was giving us. Is, well, he didn't hurt me today, so I don't know what the problem is. Look at me. He didn't hit me today. She's just basically giving, I didn't piss him off enough from him to hit me today. And women in those situations will justify being hit, being beaten, being talked to like garbage by the man that's supposed to love them. I was watching an episode of Hollywood Unlocked where they talked about the same thing. And Monique Slaughter tweeted into Love and Hip Hop that she has seen Max do this since they were kids. And she ain't gonna leave this man until she's in a coffin. And that's sad to say, that's usually how that happens. We just all need to send this beautiful woman love and encouragement and light, and know that she's worthy of love that's real. Because a man putting on his hands on a woman, that's not real love. Okay? That is signs of a man that has been abused before. I'm not making excuses for Max. But this man has probably been abused during his childhood. And he sees a woman that was probably abused during her childhood, or something traumatic happened to her in her adulthood. I don't know this woman, but the way she clings to this man who makes a joke out of her, who constantly makes a joke of how she feels for him, like, something psychologically has definitely happened to her. How you going to constantly stay with a man who constantly jokes about how you feel about him? Her feelings about Max are a fucking joke to him. And if you watch like numerous clips of Love and Hip Hop Hollywood, you can see that he kind of makes jokes about Brandy and Brandy's feelings. He doesn't realize or care about how much Brandy loves him. So anyways, if you're going to make comments on this woman's page, make sure they are about love, they are about light. Let her know that she is worthy. Because what I'm looking at is a sister who doesn't believe that she's worthy. She ain't believing her own hype. Because she puts out like, oh, I'm the queen bitch, and I'm Whitney Houston's goddaughter, and whoop-de-woo. No, sis. You may try to put all of that out to the world, but we clocked your tea and we see what's really going on. And I hope that Moniece reaches out to her and at least attempts to get her to get some help. Because I would hate to see another queen lose her life to DV. We all know what DV stands for. We can't say the letters. We can't say the actual words here on YouTube, but I just hope that if y'all are going to go comment on this woman's page, please let it be helpful and not harmful to her. Because she's not in a good place right now. She needs love. She needs prayers. She doesn't need criticism. And I know the world has probably flooded her page with criticism, saying, why you staying with a nigga that beats your ass and all this other shit. You already know. Like, they're probably saying, why you stay with a man that beats your ass? Why you letting this happen to you? Why you letting your son see this shit? Because he's going to thinking it's okay to beat up on women. You already know what these people are saying about her and to her. And all it's going to do, all anything's going to do is just make her defend this man harder. Because she literally believes that she's nothing without him. And you can tell by watching episodes of Love and Hip Hop Hollywood that this woman believes that she's nothing without Max. And I think a couple of times she's said that she was nothing without Max. So a man does not measure your worth. Don't let a man feel like he has the ability to measure your worth. And it's just sad to watch a beautiful woman like her go through this. And I'm not talking like beauty in terms of looks. I'm talking beauty about in terms of what's on the inside too. But anyways, on a lighter note, it's almost Christmas. It's almost Christmas. It's the start of Hanukkah. I think Eid al-Fitr. I think Eid has started too. So just happy holidays to you and yours. I'm gonna be going live during the holidays too. So if your holiday has already started, happy holidays. Enjoy it with your family. I know Miss Rona is really railing her ugly head and we can't go to Auntie's house. Okay, and eat some of that banging food. Okay, you gotta stay home, talk to our family, do the laptops, but at least we're safe. Okay, and they're developing a vaccine. Okay, I know some of y'all ain't gonna be taking that damn vaccine. I know I'm a little scared about this vaccine too. Anyways, I think I've been on for 2 hours now? I don't know. How long have I been on? Okay, it says I've been live for like an hour, 55 minutes, and 20 seconds. So I've been on about like, yeah, I've been on for an hour. All right, y'all. Probably gonna go live tomorrow. All right, peace.